Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a match between Elazer and ByuN here on Moondance, top left. Gonna be one of the top Zergs in Europe. It is Elazer, and in the bottom right, it is the Terror ByuN. Okay, so Elazer is not quite at the level of Serral or Raynor, but he's the third best Zerg in the European region, and ByuN is not as terrifying as he used to be. Back in the Heart of the Swarm era. He's back from military service. He's trying to get back to the level he was before he left. And I figured these two players are evenly matched at this point. So again, this is from DreamHack Valencia, 16, 18, 17 timing. Here from Elazer, little safe pocket base here on Moondance with fewer resources than this or this. No Zelda watchtowers. Oh, a 2-racks opening here from ByuN with gas. Is it going to be Mass Reaper here from ByuN? Oh, I haven't seen this for a while. His Mass Reaper was so good back in 2012 or 2013 that they nerfed Reapers. That's all you need to know about how good ByuN was with Reapers back then. But after Blizzard nerfed them, Mass Reaper kind of fell off, right? Alright, man, so this Reaper's name is going to be Marina and Pearl. The half-squid hosts of Splatfest, Marina and Pearl try to get people to make teams based on 2 categories, apples and oranges, chaos versus order, etc. Raynor versus Mengsk. Let's see. When Raynor versus Mengsk happened, Mengsk was literally the only one playing on the side of Mengsk. Is that like a Splatoon reference? I haven't played any Splatoon. I know people really like it, so that's fantastic. Good little Reaper name there. Thanks for submitting that one. And yeah, it's just going to be 2-racks Reaper here. Insane. Elazer knows how to handle this, though. Being the 3rd best Zerg in the EU means you know how to deal with this stuff. It's just kind of off kilter, right? How many times have you dealt with this as a Zerg in the last year or so? And I would say, how many times has Elazer seen this? Fewer than 10? Fewer than 5, quite possibly? Especially at the Valencia level, right? So look, so 1 Reaper's here, and you're like, okay, we can handle this. There you go. Queen popped, good, but then you're like, there's 2! There's 2 Reapers, and that generally means you're going to see way more than 2. There's 3 on the way right now. There's 1, oh, there's another barracks inside the main base. Reaper's pulling back a little bit. Elazer's held this pretty admirably. He's only lost 1 ling to this so far, but man, that's a drone. That's a drone down. Queens are a great answer to this. Ravagers are a great answer to this. It seems to be just Queens for now from Elazer. Going to go ahead and try to save it this way. A 2nd base is now on the way from ByuN. So this isn't a 1 base, 5-racks Reaper craziness all in. It's a 3-racks Reaper opening. And then we move on into an expansion. And then from there, it's probably just going to be bio. You could pretty easily just move into Marines at this point because obviously you have the barracks anyway. It's fine, right? It's a cheesy opening that is pretty easily transitionable. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Yeah, going for that tech lab for upgrades, getting a reactor on that barracks. This reactor is also getting a reactor. And yeah, these lings sharking around a bit, trying to see if they can find these Reapers, maybe pressuring the front door a bit. And the lings are like, oh, there's nothing here? Okay, nom, 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 nom. And then Reapers show up behind the wall, and the lings have to get out, obviously. Anything behind the wall that is ranged, lings just can't engage with that on any level. With some banelings, sure. Bust on the wall fast, absolutely. If you're nibbling the wall down, getting shot at from back there, bad times. So Elazer does take the 3rd base, the safe 3rd base, which is not good for the economy, but it is safer, right, than taking it out here against a Mass Reaper play. It can be hard to know. Well, because he can't get Queens out, right? His whole way of dealing with these right now are the Queens, which means he can't walk a drone out into a potential 3rd base out in the open. Man, this Queen's even just going to be murdered. Yeah, just murk that one. Bam! Queen down. And drones getting picked off here too. Dude, this is a throwback. This is a throwback to a throwback right now. ByuN's doing the Reaper thing. He's had wrist issues. He's getting older. He's an older gamer, like all of us are. But that doesn't mean he can't play anymore. That doesn't mean he can't. Oh, is there a way out? Oh no, the Reapers all got stuck. The Queen, okay, KD8 charge, escape is kind of a thing that we've seen from time to time, but oh no. Elazer sprung that trap most expertly. Queen's on the high ground, lings, wrapping around here so the Reapers couldn't get out. KD8 charges knocked some of them out there, but 8 Reapers down in exchange for 3 drones, 12 lings, and a queen. Probably not exactly what ByuN was hoping for there. He was hoping that the Reapers could give him some more map control for the time being, but as it stands, no. Now he's got to keep his Marines back home. He can't really move out. He doesn't have any Hellions to regain map control against these Speedlings. Going for a starport. Also, yeah, going to be maybe some reactored Hellions on the follow-up here. Nope. Going to be medevacs. So we're just going to go for a lot of Marines with some medevacs. Try to get some drops up here with the combat shield, with the +1 attack. We'll see how that works out for ByuN. So I think Elazer's played a pretty good game so far, right? This is why we don't see Mass Reaper all that much in StarCraft 2 these days. 4th base for him down the left side. Elazer handled that with aplomb. Which, look that word up. That's a good dictionary word of the cast. A-P-L-O-M-B. Aplomb. Yeah, Ling's just knocking down rocks in different areas, giving them wider attack angles to come in and move across the map where they're not funneling through narrow areas. They really want to go for wider area attack that way. So is this going to be drops, or is this just regular Marine push? Kill some creep tumors, try to get into a base here. With medevac support, obviously. That +1 attack is coming in about 10 seconds from ByuN. He's a little bit early on the attack, but the Queens are good. The Queens are really good against unupgraded Marines. I mean, not like the counter, but there's a stim that kind of... yeah, the stim might have hurt right there, honestly. It took a ton of HP off of those Marines. The Lings are braver jumping in there if the Marines don't have full HP, obviously. And then maybe a drop into the main base based on this angle. The Lings are going for it. They're going all the way back into the main. These Lings are here, though, and they force a pick up and a boost out. So, all right, look. ByuN's got his 3rd base. He's taking that back at the safe location now. But, I mean, Elazer's 4th base is done. He's looking good. He's getting a lair. He's getting a Baneling nest. Going to be very, very good against this Marine-heavy comp that ByuN's rolling with right now, especially if the Banelings have speed. We are far away from that, though, because we don't have a Baneling nest yet. Lings don't have any upgrades. Unupgraded Lings versus Marines that have +1 attack and stim and combat shield are actually not super good. You really, in this situation, want to have at least +1 armor for these Zerglings. +1 attack, also fairly okay, but look at this. Just eating up those Lings. How many Lings have died? 63 of them have gotten murdered so far by these Marines. But the stim, the constant damage taken by the Queens for the most part here. Got to pull back, got to heal up. Gotta wait for reinforcements. Gotta tank in here now. And Elazer's taking a 6th down the side here. And by 6th, I mean totally a 5th. I don't know where I lost my counting. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, clearing out some creeps, all good. Working on +1 infantry armor. Centrifugal Hooks is on the way. 1-1 for the Lings and Banes is on the way. But not here yet. And look, slow Banelings can make some decent connections on creep. Not quite as well as speed Banelings can, obviously, but they're not too shabby. 3 tumors. 3 fresh tumors dying before they can even go down. Yeah, I mean, ByuN is really microing hard right here. Not something he is not something he can do for a long time, right? We've definitely seen times where ByuN has needed a break to just, like, work out his wrists and massage them because they're hurting, especially in GSL. And sometimes in an ESL tournament, like maybe DreamHack, right? So hopefully that doesn't happen here. I mean, we won't have to endure the pause, but we will see a request for a pause come through, a pause happen, and then the referees, the administrators counting down. So Banes have speed, but they're off creep, so they do decide to pull back. Marines kind of chasing. Oh, never mind. Marine might as well try to go in there and gotten a connection off. Running's not going to work super well when you're that few Banelings and that many Marines with stim. So 1-1's done for ByuN, 1-1's done for Elazer 2. Sweet. 2-2's on the way from Elazer at a pretty good time, whereas kind of sitting on 1-1 for now. Here's ByuN, focusing more of his attention, trying to attack left side and top side simultaneously. Overlord and Creep Scouts, these 2 medevacs. There's nothing to see this happening, though. So this hatch is probably dead. I mean, there's response to it. We can see it coming on the minimap, but not quite enough to get there, right? Oh, maybe, didn't actually target fire. Man, could have target fired the hatch and killed it. Look at this positioning. These guys are like, hey, yeah, Reapers die here. We don't. We like being cramped in tiny little spaces where Lings can't surround us. Overlord down, getting some work done here inside the main base, too. You can do pretty well until the Banelings start arriving, and then you got to pick up and boost out of there. So Man, 5th base survives from Elazer. That's actually really good. That's good long-term for him for sure. What's he doing? What's the long-term plan here? Ah, he does lose the 4th base, or the 5th base down the left here. All right, well. This one's a 6th, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6th base here. Low ground outside the main base. 5th base just got murderized because ByuN just walked back in. I mean, that's kind of the trick there. Heavily Marine tank play here from ByuN. No Widow Mines, which I'm a little bit surprised by. Widow Mines are very, very good against this Lingbane stuff that Zergs like to roll with for the first 10, 12, 13 minutes of the game. From there, do you want to get Hydras? Do you want to get Lurkers? Do you want to get Ultralisks eventually? Some Spellcasters would be good too. Some Vipers and Festers really will help against this Marine medevac play. If you don't have either of those things, it can be really tough to deal with this. And we have to assume that ByuN's going to Ghosts himself, right? Yeah, so he's building a 4th command center now. Doing a really good job, just being in 2 places at once, something that Maru is very good at, but we forget there's a lot of other Terrans out here who are very capable of this as well. Oh yeah, triple pronged harass. Oh, drop it into the safe 3rd location while moving in and kind of sieging up the 6th base. Dude, he's everywhere right now. He's also down to the south. He's going to drop there too. 3rd base in a lot of trouble. ByuN getting some work done. Elazer not quite ready for this. He did get a Hydralisk Den, which is going to help a lot here. Queen's trying to defend the 6th base. No, Queen down, Queen down. Lings and Banes do happen to come save the day here. Not much of a pickup here from ByuN at that 4th base. Man, this is nuts right now. Absolute chaos all over the map. 2 tanks low ground, 13 kills and 9 kills respectively, kind of covering the Marines inside the main base. And my gosh, can they get the lair? Can they get the Hydralisk Den? What are they going to? They're going after the lair here, which Elazer's response time has been pretty good today. Link counterattack from Elazer attempted. He's got the 2-2. Again, against the 1-1 Marines here. He might be able to eat them, but without any Baneling support, he decides to pull back. Smart play on his part for sure. The Polish Terran holding his own right now against the Korean Terran. And what's nice about the rise of the foreigners in StarCraft 2 is that just because it's a foreigner versus a Korean does not mean it's a foregone conclusion like it used to be for a really long time. However, the way that ByuN is kind of picking Elazer apart right here seems problematic to me. Elazer's not holding on very well. He really, either he needs... Man, and then the Banelings show up, and oh, he loses. Okay, I was going to say, then he picks up. It's fine. Nope. He's kind of not picking up super, super hot here. My gosh, that medevac makes it out with 15 HP. ByuN's up 174 to 166 supply. He's just casually picking Elazer apart with smaller attack after smaller attack, being everywhere at once. It seems like having killed 16 drones alone in the last couple minutes here. Oh, 19 drones. Another Queen gonna die. This is with 1-1. Oh, no, the 2-2 finished up. 2-2 Marines with Stim Combat Shield looking good. This group in the middle gets wiped out. This group loses the tanks. Okay, counterattack by Elazer, pretty effective. This tank tries to unsiege and save itself and does manage to do so. Dude, a hive upgrade. Oh, Elazer lost his lair, though. Okay, so he's upgrading his natural to a lair. That's one of the reasons sometimes Zerg players like to put their hives in different locations rather than just in the main. It makes it such a target when it's out here, you know? Elazer retaking this bottom left 5th base. If he can hang on to it. I mean, this is effectively a 4-basing ByuN. And by that I mean a 3-basing ByuN. And ByuN's like, well, shoot, Elazer's not dead. The thing is, traditionally, back in Heart of the Swarm, a 3-basing Terran was pretty much consistently beating Zergs. It just, they could make what felt like unlimited units. Nanadrenal would help this so much. Just the trades here. This is the trades. 17,000 resources lost for Elazer. Only 10,000 lost for ByuN, but ByuN doesn't have a 5th base at this point. He's barely just started saturating his 4th. Elazer's kind of holding on. I mean, army value is about even, or rather, it's way bigger for ByuN, but the worker value is about even. Not good for Elazer. He wants to have more income than the Terran. He needs to be more, more productive to deal with the better cost efficiency of the Terran units in general. Dude, 5th base under attack. Hydra's really trying to kill these medevacs today. 7 of them have gone down. That's a bigger number than I was expecting to see. This is tough, because ByuN's ahead, but if Elazer can saturate all these bases... Man, it really set him back, though, didn't it? Is he getting an infestation pit and a lurker den? He is. So this might buy him some time, but can he get there is the larger question. Is ByuN just going to kill him before he gets up to that tier 3 stuff? Because, I mean, ByuN doesn't have to get to tier 3 stuff. He's just dealing with Lingbanes and Hydras. Marines and tanks and Marauders are going to handle this just fine. God, tanks getting big-time hits off there. And this 5th base is going to die for the 2nd time today. ByuN also kind of sharking around at the 6th base. Nope, Medevac gets killed. Hatchery of the 5th base goes down, though. So those are some trades we're seeing right now. A hatchery for a Medevac. Not exactly a fair trade. Not something Zerg players would willingly set up here, right? +3 attack is finishing up now. It turns these little Marines with stim into just absolute DPS machines. Going to do pretty well against everything except facefuls of Banelings, right? So Lurker Den's coming in. Elazer's buying some time. They drop in the main. There's another one. Dude, if these Lings had Adrenal, it would change everything. Medevac gets killed. Okay, that's big. But then moving back in. Where are the Banelings? Why is this just Lings? It's not just Lings. There's Hydras here too. But the tanks on the low ground are hard to dislodge here. ByuN continuing to attack. ByuN's not going for any ghosts. He's just Marine Marauder, tank, Medevac right here. Who needs Widow Mines, he says. Sure, you know, Falcon, you think Widow Mines are just a cheap trick that allows Terrans to win more TVZs than they lose? I mean, I'm just saying they're good, man. I'm not saying they're cheap. They're just really good, and they're usually most always cost efficient. But man, Army Value is 131 to 74, and GG. ByuN comes out on top as Elazer taps out. He's just too far away from getting Adrenal. The snipe on the lair in the main base was amazing, but he was late on the Hive anyway. He needed to get up to Hive attack. He was just going to deal with more and more Marines and Marauders, and if you just don't have Adrenal, your life is hard. Your life is a billion times harder at that point than if you have the Adrenal Gland upgrade. I've ranted about it enough on the channel. You know that. And just well-executed game plan by ByuN, opening 3 Rax Reaper, getting some damage done, and then just smoothly transitioning into Marines and Marauders, adding tanks later, getting those Medevacs out, and adding in some Liberators. Woof. That was just a smooth takedown of Elazer. So ByuN, still better than the 3rd best Zerg in all of the European region. Elazer has a lot of work to do to catch up to Cyril and Raynor, but he is putting that work in. And ByuN didn't even need a 5th base. Didn't even need it. He knew he was ahead and just kept pressing the advantage. 4 hatcheries and a lair killed in 16 minutes. Can't do much better than that. That's for sure. Only losing 169 Marines, only 6 Marauders, and only 3 tanks. 12 tanks at the end here. 10 Medevacs lost, with 7 still alive at the end. And only 1 SCV death compared to 42 drone deaths. Just constant pressure. Just pressure all over the place. Man, ByuN is still scary. Still scary. All right, good. Just absolutely well done. Just a truly fantastic display of ByuN of how to win TVZ. He did everything. It worked out. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.